While practicing music, there's a direct connection with divinity because I feel music is a very easy way to approach God. If you're perfectly in sur, you reach meditation. But as in the case of many musicians, once the sadhana is over, then you're dragged back into a life of immense competition, especially in the world of social media when there is always pressure to look perfect, to pretend to be perfect, to pretend to have a busy life. So, because there's so much competition and, internet clutter in our lives, constant digital intervention. So, how do you disconnect from that and dive deep into yourself and search for a bigger cause other than just career and appearances?
Well, when we remain as our authentic self, then we have nothing to worry. See, when an elephant is walking, ants try to bite him, he's not worried. A great artist don't have to worry about people's clapping. If they don't understand, it is their problem. If internet doesn't show you million likings, don't worry. You know in your own heart that you have done your best, and that is all that matters. So I would not be dragged into competition. Many of our satsangis, they say, oh, our heartfulness has not reached so many people. I say, why worry with it? Those who are really, really sincere about realizing God, they will come to us. And we have nothing to gain or lose with their presence or absence. We keep on transmitting love. We keep on transmitting God's essence. Those who like to benefit, they will come. See? Gayatri ji, we don't charge anything with this meditation, zero charge. See? And many people like to spend a lot of money also. They spend 2 lakhs, 3 lakhs, 10 lakhs, 1 crore also inviting gurus to their homes. And people love such tamasas. Artists also should not get, authentic artists should not get dragged into this sort of tamasas. Flags and your likes and dislikes, ignore them, see. You should know who you are, where you come from, and know in your own heart that I am good, I am doing this justice to this music, justice to this raga, justice to whatever renderings I am. That's all that matters.
Thank you very much. I feel in our country, the young kids should be taught classical music from a very young age. But again, as I mentioned, it used to happen in the ancient times. But now the curriculum doesn't give enough focus for cultural development. So, is there a way to spread the awareness of our music, our culture, so that they become all-rounded personalities? I believe the ashram has many programs for the child personality development. So, how do we spread it to every nook and corner?
By recognizing talent from very early age and making children showcase now and then on the children's TV stations, for example, or in a class, school, reward them with their achievements. So more and more children will be attracted, can be attracted towards all these things. You cannot expect school system or spiritual, religious schools to teach all these things. I personally feel that it should be the initiative of parents themselves. Can you imagine without your parents' role? Right? It's not possible. So school may be there, may not be there, it really doesn't matter. If you want to really teach your child, you can do it at home. and that will be the best. They can learn at a familiar place. Music demands a great discipline. School cannot provide that. So to make it a public affair will not work. This is my take on this. Children should be taught separately in a group of 10 or 5 at home.
Thank you. It's actually a practical suggestion, as you said, because even the magnanimity of the population of this country is also so much. So the only way, as you mentioned, is for the parent to teach and develop a taste for finer arts as well. How important is spiritual sadhana? How much time do we have to keep aside for meditation, yoga, and all these practices as a discipline?
As a practice to start with, half hour, we start with 10-15 minutes in the morning. Later on increase the time to half hour, but not more than 1 hour in the morning. And in the evening, about 15 to 20 minutes. And before we finally retire to bed, 5 minutes of our time and offering prayer, that's all. What happens generally is, after completing morning meditation, it's like music. You see, music, you hear the music, external sound is gone. But from inside it keeps on going, you see, it keeps on whispering inside. Like that, having completed the meditation, the spiritual state that we acquire continues to have its own say inside. We are not easily disturbed. That poise and that calmness continues during daytime. Even you may be singing, you may be practicing, you may be at school, you may be in the office. That flow of spiritual state will continue if meditation was done properly.
And how important is diet in the whole thing? Is it because when we travel, it's impossible for us to, follow a particular diet? It's all random timings. So is it very important to keep the diet also strict?
Follow your heart. If you like potato chips, enjoy it. If you like pizza, enjoy it.
Thank you so much.
Look after your health.
Thank you so much.
Because when you do meditate, what I should be eating, what I should be avoiding, what I should be drinking, all will be guided by your own conscience. Follow your conscience. Okay. Thank you.